Right now, I'm building a game. It's gonna be like a fan base, like Souls-like game. However, it just wasn't good. Well, like I did a previous video of like a Pokemon fan game, but that one was really bad. It had like really bad pixels and things like that. The second game was a lot better, but basically right now this is open code, and just wanted to show you this video for anyone out there trying to get into coding or anything like that, like open code or things like that. I added a lot of things to my open code. So what is Claude? What is open code? So Claude is like basically an Anthropic, a company that they created this. It's in the terminal here. So like what you could do is you could say like, I think they have like a Super Bowl commercial. It was really impressive. And so if you go to like Claude.ai and download Claude, and what I did is basically I just downloaded Claude, and I was like, hey, teach me stuff. I was like, hey, how do I make you smarter? What are ways we could do research on the web to help out with memory, things like that? You could say, and what I like doing is doing like shift+tab plan mode. So plan mode is great for whatever you do. You want to stay in plan mode like 80% of the time when you're executing things. So right now I'm gonna build a game. I'm building a game with, I don't know if this has been done before. I want to know. Basically, I'm building a game where it's gonna be, so I was doing it in Claude Code for about a couple of days. I did a game, and like I said, it was Dark Souls based. I'm gonna go ahead and release it momentarily now. It was just for fun, just trying out different things and just seeing the actual capability of these things. I vibe coding for about, like I said, a couple months. I don't really know like stuff about the back end, things like that, but I wanted to dive in, and as it's kind of like a newbie, kind of not like I kind of know a little bit of everything. So I was like, what? Let me dive in and just figure this stuff out. So right here, I'm creating a game. It's automatically doing it for me now. The memory on this thing is crazy. So you have like Claude, like do your own research on things like rules, regulations, stuff like that. Yeah, so like I have like Claude Code, and basically I have it in plan mode, and I could pretty much have it do different things that I wanted to do. So what I could, there's something called MCP here. It's like, so like like I said, I'm really a newbie, so like I think it's called like model context protocol, I believe. So like I have backup memory for my open code. I have context 7. Some of these things are like you could have persistent memory in your open code. The difference between open code and Claude code is that you have, I love using Claude Code. It's really good. They have a pricing plan, and they have a model which you choose, like ChatGPT or whatever like that. And then you pay a monthly price. And then the way it works is basically whatever you pay, you get a certain amount of tokens that you're able to do different things. And in order for Claude Code to do what it needs to do with like coding or stuff like that, it needs like different ability. Now, I love open code just because like this is kind of like, like it's in your terminal, you're able to customize it a lot. I put a lot of different things here. I connected my GitHub. It has like tiered memory system, web search enabled. And a lot of things you could do is you could just literally have Claude Code here, and you could be like, hey, can you see what I can do to help out your memory? And sometimes I type fast, so my apologies. I misspelled that, but basically, like, and it's weird. Like, I vibe code a lot, so it's like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm also like really deep into it. If it makes sense, like I just tried all types of different things, but like, so basically, you get Claude, if you go to Claude.ai, and then it's gonna ask you like that terminal. You could get Claude Code, and then you could ask it like, things like, hey, what could I do to help out your memory? What could I do? What could we do to like execute X? So like, let's say you're trying to make some money, you're trying to improve on your job or things like that, is where, everyone's trying to get all advanced with AI and things like that. So I'm going to try to help out as many people as I can. I even put a Discord link in my bio. Like and subscribe if you like my content. Like I definitely think people could just like, this is all new. So for me, just diving into all the different tools, things like that is what I like doing. It's just like my passion. Other than the gym, I do have like a style PSU Instagram as well. People that don't know me, but yeah. So you could say like, hey, what can I do to help out your memory? And then it's gonna go ahead. Like you got to be very careful with the system because it's gonna go into your. So like the thing with AI is you have to make sure it's set up properly and what files it needs to read, things like that. So I always say consult with a professional. But Claude Code is basically it allows you if you download it, you get the subscription, you're able to do a lot more things. It looks really intimidating because it looks like a black box terminal, things like that. But this is so yeah, this is Claude Code. It's really cool. But like I'm really interested in this one right here, Open Code, just because it's I don't know, like I built a game with Claude Code. It was pretty cool, and like for marketing wise, I was like, nah, it's not the best game. Like I don't know, at least me as a vibe coder, just randomly going into it, like, all right, let me just build a game, and I mean, like I knew like basic principles of stuff, but I didn't know like what I was doing and things like that. But I wanted to add like so yeah, there's this game I'm building. Let's go ahead and dive into it and see how it is. I'm gonna stop the video here. And what I did was I combined all these different kinds of technologies. I did Claude Code, I did Codex, I did Open Code. It took me a while to get this far. I basically like vibe coded all these different type of technologies and just wanted to have it with memory and do all the different type of things. I'll go over like different things to get memory, things like that. But so I'm gonna go ahead and release a game, and I want you guys to see it, and you let me know what you think. I released another game. I could only get what I can from it. Like I get used like get open source to get my sprites and things like that. That way it's free just to like start out with something, and then later on I'm gonna go to like paid things and show you guys paid things for those as well, and like how to. I also wanted to do like my own music to show you how that looks. So yeah, this is just a little bit of everything with like AITools, Open Code, Claude Code, and yeah, if you want to check out my other content, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. This is Gus from Gus Digital Solutions.